Hey Virgo, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through this month's reading. This is going to be for the month of September 2022. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. The heart of your reading, we have the King of Wands. You either have a very powerful fire sign showing up in your life or someone who exhibits that sort of passionate, confident energy. Someone very decisive and bold. Or you are kind of stepping up into that energy and taking charge of something, feeling very empowered. With the star at the bottom of the deck, you could be feeling empowered because of some vision of your destiny or something that's kind of magnetically pulling you in a certain direction. Show me the challenge. Taking action. The Knight of Wands is the challenge to the King of Wands energy. So King of Wands wants to be the one in charge, but not necessarily the one enacting the plan. So it could be that you are in charge and you need to find people, like foot soldiers, so to speak, to go out and do the actions, to do the work. You might need to hire a team in some professional capacity. Or if this is all you, you might be more in the headspace of I would like to just be the one in charge here, but I don't necessarily want to go after what I want. If that's the case, there's like some missing pieces to the puzzle in terms of how you're conceptualizing your kingdom, quote unquote. Like, you might be under the impression that certain things will run themselves and not really aware of the details of how things get done. I know it's feeling very specific, but I think that's quite relevant for a lot of you. You might be newly in charge of a certain aspect of your life, whether it's career or home or what have you. Like one interpretation I'm getting is like someone who's always worked outside the house, kind of switching spaces with their spouse or roommate or significant other, and instead being the one to take care of the home and kind of realizing, oh, well, how did X, Y, and Z get done? Oh, I'm the one that has to do that now? Like, wait. And that's kind of the challenge of like learning how to do the tasks or even what is involved in the tasks being done. Like, you mean that groceries don't just show up in the refrigerator or the dishes don't just miraculously do themselves? Yeah, and it might sound trivial, but I think these are some very real things that you're grappling with. Yeah, those might be silly examples, and it's not exactly that for everybody, but kind of put that interpretation on whatever your situation is, and I feel like it's likely gonna have a ring of truth for you. And for others of you, it's much more exclusively how to lead a team, how to inspire your team to follow your plan. Because if you have a Knight of Wands working for you, this is a fiery energy. Like, this is a firecracker. This is someone who has ideas and passions of their own. So you have to learn how to kind of tap into their passion and inspire them in a way that they will be able to follow their passion while achieving your vision and working according to your goals. Much easier said than done. Show me focus. What is Virgo focused on? What has your attention? We have Judgment in reverse and Emperor in reverse. More fiery masculine energy here with the Emperor showing up. So we have the King of Wands in the upright, the Emperor in reverse. You might not even be happy with the level of control you have over things. You might be hungry for more power or more control. That's one possibility. You might also be expected to fill a role where there's supposed to be leadership over you that is either cruel and exacting and punishing, problematic in some way. Like they might manipulate you or not let you take the credit for your own achievements. Like the reversal of the Emperor, especially with this kind of hierarchy already showing up here, is likely another player in the game. But the reversal feels a bit nefarious. It feels like this is someone who doesn't wield power very kindly. If this is a boss, this isn't someone that's fun to work for. So you might be a buffer between problematic upper management and the workforce. Otherwise, if that isn't fitting your story, another interpretation of this Emperor showing up in reverse could be that you see yourself as like, I should be Emperor, but I'm not. Now, whether that means you're aspiring to greater heights of achievement or power or control that you haven't yet achieved, or a bit of imposter syndrome, like everyone thinks that I'm the Emperor, but I'm really just the King of Wands, and I'm kind of wearing the Emperor's clothing and title and responsibilities, but fake it till you make it. Like, it could be a little bit of that sort of energy. Like, I'm gonna do my best here, but you guys know that I'm not, like, I haven't mastered all the things that the Emperor is supposed to have mastered. Now, pair that with Judgment in reverse energy, and we have, like, having completed an evaluation of a backlog of ideas and potential to determine what still has life left in it. So it's like, in a business context, it would be something like, all right, I'm in charge of this department now. Let me look at all the old client files and see, okay, what client hasn't been touched in a long time? Okay, what were the previous experiences with this client? Did they pay on time? Did they close accounts, or did they, like, could we make the sale in a reasonable amount of time? Is it worth going back and trying to reactivate this client? Again, I know that's a very specific example, but sometimes that helps you guys kind of jog, oh, that's what she means by surveying the past and determining what has life left in it. So that's one kind of example. The reversal of the Judgment card means that process has been completed, and whatever is going to be revived or attempted to be revived, that's already in the works. There's no longer the energy of, let me pay attention to what happened in the past to try and bring it forward into the future and, like, breathe new life into it. That insinuates that there are things that you are newly certain about that are going to fade away into your past. So this could be like old boyfriends that you thought, well, we have unfinished business. If they call me again, maybe we'll go out on a date. It seems like, we ended on good terms. You never know, we might get back together. It could be that someone new is coming into your life, or multiple new people are in your life that make you see like, oh, wait, the potential that I thought this person had, they don't have that. So let me cut down on the list of people that I thought had potential, new life to breathe into a situation, and realize oh no, that isn't going to be revived. That's something that I can let die. And that might sound like a simple distinction or without much consequence, but I think you find that the space that you can create by clearing those intentions or leaving room for potentially reviving something is it's a graveyard in your psyche, in your heart, in your mind. And those things, you don't have to carry them with you. That can be part of your baggage that you just throw away. You're like, okay, I'm done. I'm done thinking that person could come back into my life and be anything other than what it was. I'm ready to let it go, to make new space for something to actually take action in my life. Someone who's willing to take the actions that they say they're going to take. Ooh, and okay, I don't like to harp on this sort of thing, but for those of you who buy into the twin flame concept, this could very likely be you closing the door permanently on a divine masculine, on someone who you once believed was your twin flame. In which case you would likely just be saying, okay, definitely not in this lifetime, right? And being certain of that to the point where it's dead, done, over with. I know that's not part of everyone's belief system, so if that's not for you, then it's not for you. Let's see what led up to this in the recent past. Two of Pentacles. Keeping multiple options alive. Because you believe the best out of, you believe in the potential out of every option, or certain options. Whatever plates you've been spinning, okay, this one over here, this has potential. This is another iron in the fire that I'm going to keep alive. Whether it's just through hope or through maintaining friendships with people, or I know I've kind of shifted from seeing this as a business thing to a romantic thing. Sorry if that's jarring. I'm kind of being pulled in a certain direction of interpretation. Let me back up and see professionally. Okay, if this is professional, you may be taking on too much work. It has the energy of staying busy, busy, busy. Can you take this on too? Sure, let me grow another arm. I can take that ball as well. I'll keep juggling. How many balls can you keep in the air at the same time? I don't know, maybe another one, throw it to me. To keep everyone happy? But the message of the Two of Pentacles is, more often than not, that you're doing too much. That you'd be better off doing less. Sort of that jack of all trades, master of none mentality. And I know there's more to the adage, but still better than master of none, I think the phrase goes. But the part that I want to focus on for the energy of the Two of Pentacles is, if you spread yourself too thin doing a little bit of everything, you may not rise up into your fullest expression of pleasure, enjoyment, following your passion, mastering what it is you're passionate about, even to the point of being able to allow that to bleed over into other areas like your studies or your emotions or your money. Like the Emperor utilizes different areas of mastery in order to improve. Like I'm really good with math, so that's going to help me make money. Or I'm really good at money, so that's going to help me make more connections to things that I'm passionate about. I can use money as a tool to, it's like these things bleed over in the Emperor's life. And I felt kind of like saying that because it seems like a message to me is flowing here with, if you stay busy on busy work, instead of being able to take action on the things you're passionate about, you'll never move out of knight status. Okay, maybe I'm spreading the metaphor a little too thin. Take my own advice here and move forward with your reading into the energy of the environment. So, more Wands energy. 10 of Wands is how Spirit is using your environment in order to nudge you in the right direction. So, bringing something to a culmination, to a completion, some sort of commitment that may or may not feel burdensome is about to be, they want me to say, like, delivered. Like, it's as though you've created something, and when you deliver it, you drop it off at the client, then the job is done. Your commitment has been successfully discharged. There's some sort of reward coming as a result of the completion of this commitment. And that doesn't necessarily mean like from a client or from the boss. Could be a reward of you feeling no longer tied to something, so you can go after something you love doing more or you're more passionate about. Now I've gone pretty far in the professional direction. Let me look at the love or romance part of this. So in the recent past, the Two of Pentacles, you may have been trying to balance work and passion, or multiple lovers, believing that you can do it all. And the Ten of Wands denotes an ending of sorts. Something is going to start to feel like it's too much. It's going to start to feel like a heavy load to bear. Whatever, if something starts feeling that way, whatever it is, that's an indication of the thing that you would be best off releasing. Considering that commitment fulfilled and that burden released. That course of action having completed, like run its course. Show me the near future. My. Virgo. We have the Devil in reverse. So this is you breaking free from a situation, I know it's cliche, but it's true, that no longer serves you. But it's also something that you've chosen to be bound by, like you chose this. The reversal means like the releasing of that bond, being set free from bondage. Now, I'm not sure if it's depicted. No, it's not in this. In this deck, it's not depicted this way. But in the classical art, the most widely used classic deck is like the Rider-Waite or the Smith-Waite deck. And what I want to focus on is the fact that in that art, there's the devil character that represents the ways in which we dam our own progress, and using the term dam like a dam in a river. The ways in which we stop ourselves from progressing. So it's kind of like the personification or the whatever of that concept. The chains are like there's a yoke around the character's neck and the chains to the devil. And the art is meant to represent the fact that these yokes around the neck, I'm not sure if that's the right word, but I think it's vaguely appropriate for what I'm trying to say. They're huge. They're not like tight. They're not like I can't get out of this. It's like I could lift this over my head at any moment. So I'm choosing to remain in bondage to this, or I'm choosing to remain halted by this or damned by this. And I don't mean that in the heaven and hell sense. I mean it very much like as a metaphor for what's going on here in your life here on earth. Things are flowing in a certain way, and you've heretofore made a decision to tie yourself up to a situation or a job or a person that's been holding you back from progressing. All that to say, that's what you're being set free from, or you're setting yourself free from in the near future. It's liberation. What is going to surprise Virgo in this situation? What do we not see coming? Queen of Cups. Wow, this sticks out like a sore thumb in this reading because this is all like a very fiery energy. And here we have like a breath of fresh air. This is... It's very likely that this is not you. This is someone else entering your life, because it's like so peaceful, so serene, so calm, and soothing. I want to say soothing, because at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Swords, which I think is like the stresses of life that you're feeling. This sort of like, nothing can go the way I want it to go, and I'm just like losing sleep over this. It's just stress, stress, stress. Every day I wake up and I'm feeling stress. Could be anxiety or guilt or shame as well, but I'm really feeling this more so in this reading as stress, just anxiety over and stress. Yeah. This feels like a salve for that. Like salve? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Like the medicine that you need. This person's energy is going to feel so soothing to you. Just from their nature, their way of being, their kind of nurturing and soft way of going about life. It's almost like they're going to put a new song in your heart. At the very least, they're going to inspire you to be more calm and serene and peaceful. Your hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. You think you're not seeing the truth of things. You think you don't trust your own ability to discern what's actually going on, which tells me you're concerned that people are not being transparent with you, not being honest, or not being fully forthcoming with the truth. And you're placing the burden on yourself to discern that. I mean, and I understand the extent to which you would do that. it's more coming across as more fear-based, because the reversal of the Queen of Swords means you're thinking or assuming, I'm going to be fooled. I'm going to be tricked. There's going to be a curveball. I'm not going to see it coming. I'm going to trust someone who shouldn't be trusted and they're going to betray me. I'm going to believe that they're going to accomplish this task and they're going to drop the ball and let me down. Like, part of the stress you're experiencing is based on other times that people have just dropped the ball and let you down. This abandonment with the Five of Pentacles. Like, hey, wait, I thought you're gonna finish this. No, nope, I'm out. It's like this expectation based on people letting you down or abandoning you, or prioritizing their own needs and dropping what they said they would do for you as a result, which can be interpreted or experienced subjectively as abandonment. The end result, we have the Page of Swords, which is a very interesting way to kind of culminate this energy. This is about communication. This is about saying what needs to be said, having the conversation that needs to be had. And it's not necessarily going to end in victory, because we have the Six of Wands in reverse here. So it could be that you see a situation that is, in your estimation, destined to fail. And you're in a leadership position or being led by people who are causing the situation to fail. And this could be like speaking truth to power, because we've got kings and queens and emperors, and then the end result is this page standing up to the kings and queens and emperors and like, I'm the one holding the sword of truth here. And I'm just a lowly page, but I'm going to say my piece. If it's not exactly that, it's at the very least, in a broad sense, having an opening to communicate something that needs to be communicated, or receiving a piece of information that is like a linchpin or a critical piece of information to what you need to make happen here. Oh, I want to say also, because the Six of Wands was in reverse there, this information could actually come from a detractor, like a naysayer. It is still, what's the right word here? Earnest. Like they are being earnest. They are being truthful and with good intention. But it could come, this person coming to you with a piece of information, it could be actually like from an opposing team, or from someone who you would normally perceive as working at cross purposes to you. That's for some of you. So let's get you some advice. How can Virgo work with these energies for their highest and best good? Lovers in reverse. Okay, this says, if you don't love it, don't commit to it. If you're committed to something you don't love, there's always a way out. The chains are loose. You can set yourself free. You are the one who holds the key to your own chains. Like, if you feel stuck in a situation, it is entirely possible for you to complete the task and be done with it. Like, this is your opening. Finish it. Be done with it. So take that as it resonates, but there's a strong energy of separation here, or of releasing a burden or avoiding a burden by not committing to something that would end up being troublesome or burdensome. So Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helped. Have a great month, and I'll see you back next month. Bye.